Hi, my name's Johnny Bakewell and I am a father of 4, just approaching 60 and still working in the health service as a paramedic. So the row is a sort of sideshow to the Talisker Whiskey Transatlantic Rowing Race, and is a 3,000 mile journey from Tenerife to Antigua. We leave as part of a 12-man crew in a fee-paying crew that comes with a skipper and a first mate, and we're rowing approximately 3 hours on, 3 hours off, so 12 hours a day, every day, until we get to the other end.
Your hands as well are like strapped up, is that?
That's interesting actually, because the perceived wisdom actually is that you don't wear anything on your hands.
Okay.
And so I'm in sort of two minds at the moment. I bought these from the States as a pair of bespoke rowing gloves, and it'll be interesting to find out whether they help or hinder, to be honest.
Yeah. And it's hard to get sort of.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I mean, you slowly and the bits of the skin that are hardening off a little bit, but yeah, you've got to get the balance between keeping the surface skin moisturised so that it doesn't dry out and get cracked, but at the same time, keeping them hard. So I mean, I will take them with me, but whether or not I actually end up using them or not, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I've been motivated to take on any number of challenges. So I've done Land's End to John O'Groats, which wasn't hard enough on its own. So I made sure that I did the 3 peaks along the way. I've done the transcontinental race from either London to Istanbul or from Geraardsbergen in Belgium to Greece. I've taken that on 3 times. Coast of Ireland, took about 7 days, 1,500 miles. So doing about sort of 180, 200 miles a day and sleeping wherever you drop, in the hedge, in the cowshed, wherever you feel. I've run the London Marathon, I've done numerous half marathons. Pretty much if it's out there, I'll have a go at it.
What's the drive for you? What drives you to do it? What drives you to do the 3,000 miles now?
The psychology behind ultra distance athletes is probably a book all of its own. On one level, it's about pushing the boundaries. It's about learning about yourself, both physically and psychologically. It's about not getting bored. It's about seeing what you're capable of and putting yourself in difficult positions just to show yourself that actually most things you can get out of. And you come out, a broader, deeper, bigger person at the end of it, if a little tired. So the reason why this time I'm supporting the Benjamin Foundation is that in the last 24 months, we had a Ukrainian family come and live with us for a year. It was a mother and her son, who obviously came from Ukraine for obvious reasons since 2022. And at the end of the time that they were living with us, we were put in a very difficult position of not being able to find somewhere for them to move on to. And the Benjamin Foundation were instrumental in helping them source accommodation. And we became aware of the work that they do, and I decided that since I was taking on this challenge that they would be a really good charity to support going forward, because we're all aware that there are a lot more people young people in particular, who have homeless issues and other issues associated with just supporting themselves and getting on, and I've been very lucky, and I wanted to share that with other people. It's really interesting when people ask why you do it, and on one level you could say that actually if you have to ask the question, you don't really understand why you do it in the first place. But that being the case, there is still a point at which it is a very privileged position to be in, to take on any of these challenges. And on one level, you can become very aware that if you're not careful, that can be quite shallow. And therefore being able to couple it with raising money and awareness for people who've got an awful lot less than I have is actually, in the end, the thing that gives you the greatest reward. And I have raised money for years for a number of different charities for that reason, all of which have been very personal, but no less important. And so yeah, the charity bit is what gives the row, the run, the cycle, whatever it is, ultimate meaning and value. So you can support me by going to the Benjamin Foundation bakewell.co.uk/events, where you'll find a Just Giving page and also my blog. And that will help to create better outcomes for young people within Norfolk and Suffolk, which is what the Bendon Foundation is all about. So let's see you on the page. Great, thanks.